I hear you. I know exactly where you're at. You're tired of trying in your life and not seeing results. You feel like you're stuck in the middle of a circle while the world continues to spin around you. Everybody is succeeding in what they're doing, and then there's you. If you can resonate with this, then continue to please hear this podcast. I have felt like that too. I have felt invisible. I have felt like my voice doesn't matter. And I have felt very small. I was tired of feeling like no matter how hard I tried, it was just not worth it. All that I was doing. I tried to live for people validation because I thought if they will be proud of me, then I could be proud of myself. And that is a very toxic thinking. It really doesn't work that way. You can be very successful, but if you're only doing it to please people and earn their validation, you're never going to be happy. And wealth cannot buy you happiness. But wisdom sustains you. So the podcast of today is going to be about how to stop feeling that way. How to stop feeling like you don't matter. I know that I've been gone for a while, been going through my own process, that I decided to take back and rock my podcast again. And with your help, I know that we're going to flourish. I know that we're going to make this podcast a huge blessing on this earth. Why? Because together we're stronger. One of the things that I started to do to be set free from that sick and toxic thought and feeling and lifestyle is understanding that I cannot do this alone. It's understanding that it does not matter how much I say that I will get out of that toxic thinking and lifestyle someday. It does not matter if you're saying that you're going to get out of it, but you're not doing anything about it. Faith without action instead. Just like the body without oxygen. So one of the first things that I did is I learned to be honest with myself. If I was feeling upset, I was feeling upset. If I was trying to do something to please people, then I was trying to do something to please people. And what I will do is that I will write down on my journal exactly how I was feeling. And I will write it in form of a prayer to God. I will feel, God, I feel invisible. I feel like I don't matter. I'm feeling very small right now. This is not working. I feel like I'm going backwards in my life. And at the end, I will leave it with something positive. But thank you that I'm alive. But thank you that I made it this far. But thank you that I have where to sleep. But thank you. A grateful heart releases so much joy. So when we cultivate a lifestyle of a grateful heart, provision comes when you least expect it. When you do what you love, well comes. When you cultivate a life of hope, peace, and love, and grace, and mercy, and being truly yourself, it pays off. I was accomplishing so much. I was able to find myself more and more. Every single day I discovered something about me that I started to love. And the more that I could be myself, the less I was going to feed up that feeling that I needed validation, because it's an habit and we have to cut it from the root. We have to uproot it. So if this is you right now, I want to let you know that you can also cultivate a lifestyle of hope and peace and love. Pleasing people is not going to get you anywhere. Don't do it for the world, but do it for love. This is the ad session of this podcast. I want to let you know that I am offering my songwriting and voice acting services. And you will be able to find the link on the bio of this podcast. But I am also coaching people to help their business grow. If you have been using the Fiverr platform and you have not been able to reach level 1, level 2, you have not been able to get your first order, you have not been able to brand out and make your business succeed, this is something that I can help you with. So send me a message and let me know. Send me a message through my email, because on here in Spreaker, it does not let me answer you directly. So it's a little hard to communicate. But if you send me an email, we can communicate together. And I also want to let you know that I have a YouTube channel where you can catch the replay of this podcast too. If you're watching from my YouTube channel, thank you so much for subscribing. I would love to hear from you a little bit more. I honestly don't like to have subscribers that don't speak to me, because for me, it's like having nothing. I want a real organic audience, that will let me know that they're listening, because I love to be the change I want to see in this world. And I love to see that I'm doing a great job. Not for validation, but because I care about what I do. And because I know that together we can be the change we want to see in this world. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast.